Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport, historic Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears. On the Saints sideline, head coach Kellen Moore. His guys have been the talk of the league. What a start, 6-0 to begin this campaign. On the other sideline, it is the Bears head coach Ben Johnson. His guys come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. And off we go from the Windy City. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the second straight year. #1 pick in the 2024 draft. It's Caleb Williams.
One of the best parts of the week, Mike, is when we have an opportunity to sit down and visit with these guys during the production meetings. And the thing that we both came away with was, while he was happy with the overall performance of his team a week ago, you could tell that lone interception left a bit of a bad taste in his mouth. He called that errant pass unacceptable. He doesn't plan on having too many of those in this one, and look for him to be a little bit more careful with the ball as he tries to get his team to another victory here today.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll go again with Swift, and he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Devon Godchaux there on the tackle. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Carl Granderson in there to bring him down for his 7th sack of the year.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a 5th-round selection out of the 2024 draft. From South Carolina by way of Oklahoma, it's Spencer Rattler.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been...
And he will score! Alvin Kamara, touchdown Saints. Touchdown number 9 for the year. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Groupie able to add the extra points. And the Saints will take a 7-0 lead. Before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. There you see Ben Johnson, the head man in Chicago. Chicago as his Bears get set to take over once more. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the 21-yard line.
Here's Williams. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Ryan Brzee getting home to drop him. He's up to a dozen sacks now on the year. 3rd and long. Here's Williams. A quick slant into the hands of Odunze. And he's taken down up past the 35. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. To throw, it's Williams. That one complete to Moore. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8. At the
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Williams. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. That's Carl Granderson in there to record the sack.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That's to the rookie out of Missouri, Luther Burden. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
If you can't protect the quarterback in the NFL, you might as well just throw your entire playbook in the garbage. Everything starts there. And with the amount this quarterback's been hit and taken down here in the 1st quarter, are we confident that we're going to be able to even see him in the game come the 2nd?
Here's Torrey Taylor now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. To return, it's Shaheed. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. He's run well here in the first half of the season, as you see there. He's the NFL's rushing leader coming into this weekend. Off the bootleg, here's Rattler. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. To try again, it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Kamara. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. Throwing now is Rattler. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Montez Sweat. He's in there to drop him. And it leads to 4th down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. He's going to keep it himself. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down. Toss right side to the tight end, Komet. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for Chicago. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. There's Kellen Moore, the head coach of the Saints. His guys heading back onto the field. They lead it here early, 7-0, as they start with a 1st and 10. A fake to Kamara, and now Rattler. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick 1st down.
First down. A gain of 14. And the Saints 1st down.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not, and it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Operating from the gun, it's Rattler. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. He'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. That's on the rookie, the 1st rounder out of Texas, Kelvin Banks. Here's Rattler now on 2nd down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. Throwing again, it's Rattler. That one out wide for Kamara. And he's going to get awfully close to the 1st down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
Just seems nowadays, Mike, there's so many running backs in the NFL that you can classify as being dual threats. Of course, we see them every week make their impact on the ground. But here in the first half, it's his ability in the passing game and do bulk of his damage as a receiving threat.
And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
It's always a gamble anytime you go for 4th down on your side of the field, but they clearly thought they had a play that they liked, but the defense came up huge, and now their offense is going to have a chance to capitalize and take advantage of this short field.
Now Swift. Oh! And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Chicago.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Another run here, another run by Swift. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 31-yard line.
Off play action. Here's Williams. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. Third down and 9.
Brings up third and 9.
What is up? To throw is Williams. They're trying to set up the screen here to Swift. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
A gain of 11, and it's first and goal. Now it is first and goal.
Bears first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. The Saints out on top. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Bears in possession here to start the second quarter as they go to work on first and goal. Now Williams going to keep it himself. Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes second and goal.
5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
On the ground, it's Johnson. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Roschon Johnson. Touchdown, Chicago.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Saints offense and Spencer Rattler set to take over once more. And he is right up there in touchdown passes, as you see on that graphic, currently second in the NFL at this point in the season. A play fake. Now, Rattler. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. Out of the gun, Rattler. Got it into the hands of Olave. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Here's first and 10. Play action, Rattler. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Montez Sweat working his way in to earn his second sack of this first half.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
To throw on second down is Rattler. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Here's their punter now. He'll punt for the 2nd time after hitting a beauty in his first effort. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to get back at it. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. He'll step up and run. And they'll finally track him down as he takes it up to the 45-yard line. How about 25 yards to start the drive? 1st down.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting 1st downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On the give, here's Swift. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 9. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
What an unbelievable performance by this pass rush to start this game. And then on the flip side of things, I'm not sure if things could get any worse for this offensive line. I mean, they've got to figure something out, and they've got to do it in a hurry because they are completely outmatched right now at the moment.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now Williams. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down. Ryan Brzee. He gets in to record his 2nd sack of this 1st half. On comes the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. Oh! And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the 1st half as he's closing in on 100 yards already. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Rattler. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Back to the air is Rattler. Left side into the hands of Olave. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Short pass goes a long way. It works to the tune of 25 yards. Off play action, here's Rattler. Slush to his right. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
Let's give a lot of credit to the defensive plan that this coaching staff has come up with coming into today's game. Every time it seems like the offense makes an adjustment, the defense counterpunches. Different looks, different fronts, different pressure packages. They've had all the answers so far, and the sacks just keep piling up.
On 3rd down, it's Rattler. Here, a short one to Taysom Hill. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Rattler. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they turn it over on down.
All right, Mike, so in this situation, a defensive coordinator has 2 options. You can sit back and play the pass, or you can be aggressive and go after the quarterback. In this case, they chose the latter, and that's why they were able to force the turnover on downs.
A play fake. Now Williams, and he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That's out left and complete to Burton. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give up the middle with Swift. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7. He'll bring up 3rd down. They'll let the fullback try to push the pot. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory. And certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short. Gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. From 29. Here's 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. He is hit before he can get rid of it. And down he goes. Ryan Brzee. He's been hard to handle, to say the least. That's now 3 sacks, 3 in the 1st half. It is 3rd and 10. Williams. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Saints offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rattler. This throw right side is caught by Hill. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Rattler. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half of a 3-point game. We'll come back to Soldier Field. Following this, a fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Rattler. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. First down, New Orleans.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. A fake to Kamara, and now Rattler. I had a defender draped all over, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing again, it's Rattler. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
That's taken in, and he will get the first down. They took a chance, but they convert on 4th and 3.
Ready. Ready.
On the give, this is Kamara. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Starting to feel like fall outside, isn't it? Week 7 on the schedule. Let's get right into it. Our look across the NFL starts now, and we kick it off with a good one. And it's the former #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence. Touchdown from 20 yards away. The Jaguars up their record to 5-2 as they get the victory here. From there, it's on to Cincinnati, checking in on the Bengals as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is not exactly a thing of beauty, but it'll do the job. He was a big factor in this one, and he shows you why on this play. The Bengals win their 3rd straight game as they get the victory today. Lastly, let's go to Nashville. It's the Titans hosting the New England Patriots. And it's Stephon Diggs. He's going to look at the catch and then look upfield and watch this. Mark it down as a 65-yard touchdown catch. The Pats with a big lead on the road at the half. With that, a look at the rest of the action going on. Remember, bye weeks are in play, so the schedule a little lighter than it's been in weeks past. Meanwhile, our game has lived up to the hype. Just a field goal separates these two teams. 10-7 your score. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Here comes the all-pro returner from last year, Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. And he has been a tough guy to contain all season long, as reflected in those numbers that you see there. On first down, they'll start out with Kamara. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Here's Rattler now on second down. The right side to Olave. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Here we go.
Back to throw is Rattler. Right back to Olave. He's got it again. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
They'll run for it. It's Kamara. Crazy. And he's going to have the Saints first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. The last run going to put him up over 100 yards for this one. They'll come up here, first and 10. A play fake. Now, Rattler. That one knocked away, and it's incomplete. Jalen Johnson had the good coverage and is able to knock that one away. They'll try again here, second and 10.
50 green. Ready.
Working out of the gun, here's Rattler. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Let's go now. 45. White.
Shotgun snap here for Rattler. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Alvin Kamara that time. And that's going to lead to a fourth down. They'll indeed go. It's Rattler. That's going to be caught. And he is going to have a Saints first down. That'll wind up a gain of 11 on fourth down.
Ready.
On the handoff, it's Kamara. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
Here we go. Here we go. 62 blue.
Out of the shotgun, it's Rattler. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
Okay, ready?
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is first and goal. That is caught by the tight end, Foster Moreau. Touchdown, New Orleans. That his second TD catch of the season.
Look, Mike, I don't want to imply that they drew this play up specifically because this is when the league is celebrating National Tight Ends Day. But you got to admit, it's kind of fun seeing him score on this day in particular and join his fellow tight ends who have also scored throughout the league.
Before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. There you see Ben Johnson, the head man in Chicago, as his Bears get set to take over once more. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete. On the ground, it's Swift. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of the defense, and we saw it again here.
That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play, and it's 2nd down. Right side to the tight end, Komet. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Swift. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He fought through that first contact. It'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Throwing on 2nd down. Williams. That complete to Swift. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. A gain there of 21. Good for a Bears 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
A run. Edwards-Helaire. That's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, it's a run with Swift. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the 4. They've converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. Now Williams. That one taken in. Luther Burden. Touchdown Bears. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. And that is touchdown number 1 in the National Football League career of a guy, Greg, taken high in the draft, hoping for moments like that.
When you get drafted in the 1st round, Mike, let alone as a wide receiver, the expectation in the NFL today is that you need to come in and be an immediate impact player. Plays like this continue to build that relationship with the quarterback, and I think this guy's got a real bright future.
Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Shaheed now to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. It's a give now to Kamara. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. On second down, here's Rattler. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
The Bears offense and their wideout Luther Burden heading back on the field. And before this drive gets going, why don't we take a look at some of the leading contenders in the race to see who might take home the award as the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year. Devon Gottschalk in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
You can tell that all these hits, Mike, they're starting to add up. He just doesn't look comfortable. His eyes aren't downfield. You can see his feet aren't settled. When you get sacked this many times in a game, it's kind of hard to blame him, but he's definitely feeling it.
Throw here down the field. It will fall. Incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it's going to be third down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Duvernay with the ground. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes fourth down. The Bears send out their punt team, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. That's going to hit and continue out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. There's Kellen Moore, the head coach of the Saints. His guys heading back onto the field. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. From the 23, here's 2nd down and 6. Out of the gun, Rattler. That one out wide for Kamara. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Rattler now on 3rd down. It's made right side. It's Johnson. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. They're going to go, and it's Rattler. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down. Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. Now he'll run. And Williams hit the deck there, but after he picked up the 1st down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. Swift will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a two-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a two-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Santos for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bears go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Shaheed now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. There's Kellen Moore, the head coach of the Saints. His guys heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun, here's Rattler. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run. It's Kamara. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Here's a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Rattler. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he's going to have the Saints' 1st down. How about that for a big play on 4th and 10? They get almost exactly what they needed to keep this drive going. A fake to Kamara, and now Rattler. Left side into the hands of Olave. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Kamara. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. From the 43, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Rattler. That's to the middle of the field and caught by Cooks. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Montez Sweat. He has been a one-man wrecking crew in this one. 4th sack of the game. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Here we go. Set. Yellow. 43. Set.
Throwing is Rattler. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Brandon Cooks with that pass. 3rd down coming up.
Down. Right. 95. Ready?
Here's Rattler. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Javon Vele was the intended target. And that'll set up 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it On 4th and long, that was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. They'll start on the ground with Swift. The tackle is going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Bears first down.
Again, left side here for Johnson. And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 35. Here comes a 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Williams. That's complete. It's Odunze. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal. That's a gain of 28.
Bears first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
He elects to go down to the ground and give himself up. Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal.
3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground? A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bears will extend their lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense.
Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Williams. He takes off, and he'll get into the end zone. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Chicago. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Williams now going to bring up the Bears, and they will go for 2. They're going to try to run it in, and he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Shaheed now to return it. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Los Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout.
Here we go. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Rattler. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Now, it's Rattler. Throw right side to Olave. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Come on, stay.
To throw on 2nd down is Rattler. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's good for a Saints first down. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Catch is made there on the left side by Cooks. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down. Throwing on 1st down, it's Rattler. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Rattler to throw it again. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Rattler. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass. Trying to keep a drive alive. Going to have to convert on 3rd and 9. Here, a short one to Taysom Hill. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal. Trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal. Rattler to the air once more. That is caught to the goal line and in. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, Saints. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. On comes Blake Grupe for the PAT. His kick is good. The Saints are able to edge a bit closer. So before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Bears offense make their way out to take over once more. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drop. 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's a gain of 16 and very quickly a 1st down. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, it's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll go again with Swift. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Swift. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Got the hook up there to Ogunze. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 31 yards.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
So this one in the win column for the Bears. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from along the lakefront at Soldier